Alright, welcome back to the channel. Today I'm going to be putting a Plenum spacer, a Z1 Motorsport Plenum spacer, on my 350Z right here. So it should be pretty simple, but I am nervous because if you do fuck up, like, you can get like leaks or some shit like that, but you just have to tighten the bolts to the right spec. So it should be pretty simple, but I'm going to walk you guys through it. So first things first, I like to disconnect the negative terminal. That way it turns off the whole car, the whole systems and everything every time I put on a mod. Not every time I put on a mod, but it's always best to. That's what I've heard. Alright, so we're going to be taking off the strut bar first. I think it's not a 14mm. I think it's a 12. Oh yeah, it is a 12 or an 11. That was kind of loose. Yeah, it's a 12. So 12mm for all these bolts on the two sides, and all I have to do is just take them out. So this part should be pretty simple. So yeah, you basically just take them off, all of them. So there's one, and now 6 more to go. So now that all the bolts are off the strut bar, you just want to take it off like that. So what I want to go ahead and do was I did this little graph telling me the pattern of each bolt for when I tighten it. I think when I loosen it, it doesn't matter, but when I tighten it, I have to follow this pattern, 1, 2, and then just from there. I've seen most people take off this air intake to get to it, but I think it's not really necessary. I think I'm gonna just lift it up and hopefully slide the plenum in there and see how good it fits. If it does come to it, I'll take it off. All right, so all these bolts around, even the ones in the middle, they are 10mm. I'm not too sure I showed you guys specifically or good what bolts I was talking about. These bolts right here. This one was actually studs, whatever. This one was a little nut bolt. So you take that one off. This one, that one, this one. This one right here is just for the cover. It's like stripped down for me, so that shit don't really matter. But this one, this one, this one, those I already took off. I think that one right there, that one, and a few down there. I think that's the last one right there that needs to be taken off. So I did have trouble trying to take this off, but I did find out that this bolt needs to come off. I must have taken off the wrong one. I don't even remember, but if you guys are confused on why, this one is one of the bolts I need to be taken off. So that way it just lifts up pretty easy. I'm gonna just take this one off right here, holding this piece, so it could be easier removal. I should be taking off some hoses down here, but I'm gonna see if I can just do it without taking all that off. I did manage to lift it up. This piece right here is what's holding it up, and damn, this shit look dirty as fuck. So, damn. I might clean it with the rag. Kind of nervous. I don't even want to push it on it though. That's the problem. This gasket looks pretty good still. It's in good condition, so I'm gonna keep that. That way I don't have to run to the store to get one. I did end up cleaning it just a bit. I used brake cleaner to spray it off. I didn't spray it exactly in there. I sprayed it on microfiber towel and then just try to clean it the best I could. Notice my gasket though is actually fucked up. So that one piece that I thought was burnt, it does look kind of scratched up right there, but I did fucking find out that that shit was just a piece of rubber, I think, from this. Now that it's taken off, We are going to be installing now the Z1 Plenum. These two sides are different. The one that's molded goes to the left. The one that's separate right here goes to the right. The plenum is put on. Go ahead and use the supplied gasket that it came with. Gasket underneath your OEM one, or you can buy one off Z1 or AutoZone or wherever. You can replace it if you want. So the gasket, you leave it at the bottom. Then the plenum, then you add the other gasket that it's supplied you with. And then after that, you put on everything. And you just want to put back on the plenum. Just went around to be sure that no gasket was crushed. But it looks like it's sitting nice and flush. So now let's put on the bolts. Z1 provided you with these right here. These three and these washers with the seal at the bottom. I mean, they're gonna go up here. And then the long ones that were used to be up there, you're gonna move them down. To explain it better, number 6 bolt up there, you grab the old bolt, get one of these seals, little ring with the seal. And now the one that used to be a number 6, this one, you move it now down here. So there's that one right there. Because these 3 are long and these are short, now that there's an angled spacer in it though, it changes it. Alright, so now that those 3 are on, now you grab these 3 and I'll put them on top with these little O-ring with the seal. Like that. Old bolts with the new O-ring, new bolts with the new O-ring as well. Right now, after doing that, then you want to grab your other bolts that they provided with your new washers. And we're just gonna put them all around where the old ones used to be. I put all of them on around. And this one, I just use the same bolt. I think it will go. Because I did end up using all the bolts. There is not one missing. There are torque specs, but I'm going to hand tighten them for now. And then I'm going to see what happens after that. Hopefully it's all good. I did have trouble trying to put the air filter on. I did manage to just move the little silicone Z1 piece up to more to the throttle body. Now we're going to put the strut bars. But we have these washers so it can make it a little bit higher. That way it doesn't hit the plenum spacer. Alright, so I connected the negative terminal. Alright. I'm gonna have actually warm up a little bit and I'm gonna take it around the neighborhood and see what happens.